It's all about the music. Logan City's 101 FM. 101 FM. 101 FM.
It is indeed Monday morning show. We always bring you interesting guests. This morning is no different. Tyrone Bruinsma is a local filmmaker and he's making his first visit to the Monday morning show. Welcome along.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
I was a little bit worried when I saw you out there. I thought, he's so tall, he's never going to fit in the studio. I mean, that was like quite a scary moment. But anyway, you made it in here, which is good. We were going to talk about the thriving filming industry right here in Queensland. And, some great movies have been made here before.
Yeah, whether they're made by local filmmakers or even big Hollywood studios that come to film here, pretty much we can serve some of the best, in the business as far as where films are made. We just need to get them seen more.
Yeah. But, the industry itself, obviously during COVID, it suffered a great deal because nothing was being made. But now it's, there's kind of blockbuster after blockbuster, Marvel getting back on the scene again, which is great. What inspired you to get involved in the film industry?
As a child, I've always been interested in telling stories, I guess, and then one day I watched the 2013 movie Pacific Rim, and that just struck a chord with me. I said, okay, that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do, yeah.
So since then, I've just been working to make films. I graduated from SAE Quantum in Brisbane with a Bachelor of Production, and I've just been working on my own stuff and helping local filmmakers as well. For instance, a local filmmaker, we have Lark Lee. She's been doing the rounds with a short film of hers called Street Number 4. I helped make that, and we're hoping she'll be able to make that feature she's got in mind for it.
And, we talk about the talent that we've got here living locally. You mentioned that one person here. There's loads of filmmakers. What they need and what you all need is a little bit of funding. Need some help to get these movies up and running.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've spoken to many filmmakers here. They are incredibly talented. They live locally, but they either have to go to the Gold Coast or Brisbane, out of state, out of country, just to get work. Despite the fact that we're pretty much at the center of where Southeast Queensland films are made, and unfortunately, for as much support as we do get, there just needs to be more of it, more funding, more support, more recognition for the talent that we are breeding here.
Because, we talk about the Hollywood blockbuster movies, but all of those writers started somewhere.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And even in Logan, we've had, big film shoot here. Over just at Mount Tambourine is where they shot one of the big action scenes for Kong Skull Island a few years ago. And we're lucky Legendary Pictures keeps filming those monster movies here because, that's what I hope Australia will eventually put out on its own.
Yeah, which is, I was talking to Paul Barrett this morning. We're watching some great Australian productions, and the standard, the quality is right up there with anything. Tell us a little bit about the Underdog Film Festival, because until you mentioned it, I had no idea it was going on.
So for years, I've been speaking to the Logan Council about our need to make more films, and while I was sort of just trying to pitch myself to do the work, eventually we had local council members and other creatives come in to want to do something, and so they started the Underdog Film Fest, and we've been developing it for over a year now, and we actually had our launch just last Friday. It was a big hit. We had mayoral candidate John Raven there supporting it. Big turnout, so much talent, so much support from people. So we're hoping that with the Underdog Film Fest will be able to promote Logan talent, but especially young filmmaker talent, because we're promoting this heavily to students of the local area because, that's where I came from. I wanted to start, just pretty much at the end of high school. So if you give the option to high school students to say, hey, this is a viable industry and we're going to support you, then they just carry it.
And it is very much a viable industry, And again, we're regular cinema goers. We've got a great tie-up with Sponsor Event Cinemas, and we have a regular movie of the month. And you can see by the numbers of people that come out in the daytime just how much the movies are of great importance to them. We all need to escape from time to time from reality.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people talk about, Hollywood and movies are failing. They're not.
No, they're not.
They're arguably doing just as ever. Who would have thought that a Barbie movie would not only make $1.4 billion at the global box office, but would be an Oscar-nominated hit and a cultural icon? People are just choosing to see the biggest and the best.
Yeah. And an Australian star in the lead role as well, which it can't be bad.
Yeah, it's great. It was a shame she didn't get nominated for Best Lead Actress, but she's still technically nominated as producer of the film, because Robbie, so much credit to her, she is producing so many movies, even films you wouldn't realize, like the Amazon film Saltburn, which was really good. She produced that.
Produced that, yeah. I think people, they kind of forget that they're not always in front of the camera. They're behind the producing, the directing, they're getting involved in all sides, even sometimes in the writing process as well. I know you've got a couple of scripts on the go yourself. What's happening there?
Well, I'm working on a bunch of projects at the moment. The two ones I'm focused on just getting funding to be made. One's a horror film called Screams of the Scarecrow, and the simple pitch is it's The Graduate, but what if it was a monster movie? This coming-of-age story of a young man, and I've got plenty of cast and crew, obviously many of them local, interested. We're just looking for a funding source, and I've actually had industry companies look for it. I had a streamer look at it. They were interested for about a week, but said, doesn't fit our catalog at this time. Had a major studio production company say, we might be interested for $5 million. Came back a month later, said, unfortunately, we're just stock full of productions at the moment, so we can't say now yes at the moment. But I'm really confident in this, that I can make it on a minimum viable budget. And, one of the most popular Aussie films of all time is Wolf Creek.
Yeah.
And that's the same kind of extremity that I'm aiming for. Another one is an animated film that I've been working on. I've written it, fully funded, all the voice acting is done. The animation director and I are just looking for $20,000 just for the animation production, which is very cheap, but it's also still a lot to ask of people. That's why we've even been approaching, companies to potentially sponsor it.
Sure.
We'll put your brand, like I know how to work in brand. We'll put your brand in, and you just give us some money in exchange. We'll put it on billboards in the animation industry. And as far as other local projects, there is the Logan Regional Arts Development Fund, and I'm going to be approaching them with my very different take on a Sherlock Holmes story, which I not only want to write, obviously, but I want to have as a co-production between the Southeast Queensland area and the UK.
Sounds absolutely brilliant. We could talk to you all morning. We will have you back a little bit later on in the year just to talk in general about the industry, and you can give us an update on how you're doing. Now, if people want to find out more, if they want to contact you, how do they do that?
Well, I'm pretty active on social media. You can just find me online. I have a YouTube page. I have Twitter, Facebook. I respond regularly to emails. You can just search up my name, Tyrone Bruinsma, or Tyrone Bruinsma Films, and you'll probably easily find me. There's not many people with my name specifically.
I was going to say that it's not a very common name, which is a good thing because people will remember you.
Yeah, I'm not John Smith 287 out here.
There's more than that. Tyrone, an absolute joy to speak to you. Good luck with everything. I really hope that after today, people listening, that you might just get some kind of sponsorship, might get some kind of funding. Come back and let us know later on in the year.
Fingers crossed, brother.
And I thought I needed something appropriate to play you out with. Nothing short of being corny on the show this morning. The song is called Movie Star. If you missed out any of the details, give us a call, 3808-8101, and we'll put you and Tyrone in touch with each other.
You feel like Steve